Hi, what's up, guys? Amigo Reels is here. Today I'm going to explain a movie called Hostel. Take your seats, the movie is about to begin. At the start of the movie, we hear a gunshot. The actress placed the gun and started driving the car. As she saw some cars, she came out of her car searching for something to eat. There was nothing there except bones. She rested on a ship near the shore and started her journey again. As she was coming out of that village, she noticed that the whole village was barren and deserted. Then she saw a gas station on her way. She tried finding something to eat there, but to no avail. As she was resting after getting tired, she heard a zombie shouting at that place. Therefore, she left it. As she was going, she received a wireless call in which the person was saying, "Has food been arranged for the remaining 40 people who are alive?" The heroine said that she didn't find the food, but a zombie was hidden in the gas station. They replied that there was another group to kill the zombies. Therefore, you must concentrate on your duty to collect food. Even if you don't find food, come back before the sunset. The actress said that I was running out of battery. Therefore, I am taking the shortcut. She cut the call and turned the car towards the shortcut. She pulled out the gun after seeing a car as she went a little far. As she inspected everything, she found an old man holding his belly while sitting by the car. After seeing that, she was in shock and asked him to remove the hand. She confirmed whether he was injured in reality or not. Then she asked him where the zombie that attacked him was. He replied that I had locked the zombie inside the van and came out. He said, "I did not want to die because of the zombie. Therefore, please kill me." The girl said, "I don't want to kill you, but if you want to die, remove the hand from your belly. Why should I waste a bullet to kill you?" She was going inside the van as she said that. As she went inside the van, the zombie and the heroine had a severe fight. At last, the girl killed the zombie. The old man had died. She took his belongings and food with her and left the place. As the sun was setting, the heroine was driving very fast. Meanwhile, a picture of heroine and his partner flew off and fell on the ground due to the car's high speed. As she saw that, she drove the vehicle into a deep hole. The heroine became unconscious as the car took multiple somersaults. The scene cuts here, and the world is normal in the flashback. It was one fine evening, and similar to an uninvited guest, the heroine was in an art gallery. The owner of the gallery is our hero. The heroine had come there to eat free food, and she started eating. The hero said that, "You do not understand the essence of art. Let me teach you." He said that, "Look at a piece of art with your eyes wide open." In the present, the heroine realized that she had a severe injury on her head. As she was in acute pain, she saw outside and witnessed a car lying upside down. Then she understood that she was caught in deep trouble. She tried lifting her leg, but she couldn't get up. Then she turned on a wireless phone lying next to her. It wasn't working either. She saw that the gun was outside on the ground. She tried approaching it with the help of a metal pipe. It unwinded and fell on the floor. In the flashback, the heroine is walking along the road. She asked the hero if you always roam with strange girls in gallery time. He replied that no one comes for the art. Everyone comes here for free food. "This is my home. Are you coming upstairs with me?" inquired the hero. The heroine went to his house with him. When she saw the house, she started feeling everything with a touch. The hero offered her an expensive meal to eat. The hero told her about himself and asked about her. The heroine changed her expressions and said, "I'm not as rich as you. I don't even have a normal family." She said that, "I think it's time for me to go." The hero ran after her and asked if I had asked something wrong. She said bye to him and left. Meanwhile, she pulled her foot out in the present and gave herself the first aid to stop the blood. She applied the wine placed near her on the bruised part and drank a bit of it. She pressed the injured part with the hand and shouted. In the flashback, the hero sees the heroine with Hope at a club. She exchanged the drugs with someone and left for home. He followed her and asked her to offer him tea at her place. The heroine's house was in a complete mess. She felt guilty that the hero might feel bad about her after seeing all this mess. She said to him, "This is me. This is my life. What do you want? Do you consume drugs?" He said that, "I wanted to meet you again and help you." She replied that she did not need anyone's help. "Leave the place," she shouted. The hero left the place. In the present, she asked for help after repairing the wireless. No one was helping her. She shouted in frustration and heard a zombie coming towards her. She got scared, became quiet, and picked up the gun lying outside on the floor to shoot the coming zombie. Zombie saw the car with evil eyes as he was leaving the place. Meanwhile, a voice came out of the wireless. Zombie heard the sound and returned towards the car. The heroine threw the wireless outside. The zombie picked the wireless up and threw it away as the sound was coming out of it. Zombie tried checking if something was inside the car by putting his hand inside it. Meanwhile, he heard a sound from far off. He got distracted and left the place. Then the heroine reloaded the gun. In the flashback, she came home with an injury. The hero did not ask any questions and made her sleep after he helped her take a bath. As the heroine woke up in the morning, he asked her if she wanted to tell him what happened to her yesterday. She kept silent. My parents died as I came here. I have gone through tough times. Now you are in a similar situation. What do you want? You have to decide. All this was said by the hero. The heroine said it was my time to take drugs. Therefore, she tried leaving the place. The hero locked all doors and didn't let her leave. He tried controlling her anger with love. In the present, the heroine picked up the wireless slowly so that the zombie could not see that. Suddenly, she heard a sound from behind. As she turned slowly, she saw the zombie getting up from the top of the car. He made a growling sound. She shot him and entered the car. She kept aiming at the door, but the zombie tried to grab her from the door behind her. She somehow managed to get hold of the steering. Zombie's feet must have touched the accelerator, she assumed. Therefore, she pressed the accelerator. She kept on aiming in the direction of his descent. But he came up slowly from the downside and tried grabbing her head. She shot him quickly. The zombie got bruised and ran away. In the flashback, the hero gifted a big house to the heroine. She was sad and said, "All people who keep me happy leave me after a few days." Then he touched her face as if he was scanning it. She said this was very lame and smiled. The hero said, "See, this works." Then they both laughed together. Then he started giving her a house tour. She said, "You have made big rooms for children. The house is very beautiful." He said, "Don't make me wait for more. Say I love you." And then she hugged him. In the present, the heroine sent the following message after repairing the wireless. "I had a severely injured foot. I can't walk, and I am coming via a shortcut. Therefore, I can't tell you my exact location." Meanwhile, she received instructions to turn on the locator in her car, and the call cut. The heroine took the locator box and started reading the manual. In the flashback, the heroine said that she couldn't read the manual. He took the manual from her and discovered that her pregnancy test was positive. He hugged the heroine in happiness and started swirling her. In the present, the heroine turned on the locator after reading the manual. As she was closing the car window, the zombie tried coming inside the car after seeing her from the glass. In the flashback, the heroine was about to have a delivery. Their child was born, but it didn't cry. They were afraid as if the child was born dead. In the present, the zombie tried very hard to break the window, but he couldn't do that. Therefore, he went from there and started grabbing her from behind, but the heroine kept an eye on both sides. The zombie started shaking the car by going on top of it. She closed her eye and put her hands on her ears to not hear the sound. In the flashback, the child was born dead. Therefore, the hero hugged the heroine from behind and appeased her. In the present, she received a call indicating that they had received the signal of her location. They said we were coming. As they heard the sound of the cars trembling, they inquired what was happening there. She said, "A zombie is trying to eat me. Come quickly." As she was saying that, she heard the sound of glass shattering. She noticed that the wind was entering the car from all sides. As she turned, she noticed that glass on all sides of the car had been shattered due to the incessant trembling caused by the zombie. The zombie was slowly coming towards her from the front. The heroine turned on the front lights of the car. Zombies don't like light. The zombie considered the flashlight of the car sunlight, and he went away from the place for a while. She asked on the wireless, "How much time will you take to reach?" They said, "Sorry, we could not leave now. If we leave now, extra people have to die. According to rules, we will leave after the sun rises." The call cuts as they say that. In the flashback, the heroine always remains sad. The hero had come to lift her mood, but they fought. At last he said that, "I don't want to live with you anymore." He broke up with her and went away. The heroine said that, "I could also live without you." In the present, the heroine heard someone from the side. She pressed the horn and shouted, "Help me." A murderer came near the car and tried killing her with a dagger. Meanwhile, the zombie came there, grabbed the murderer, opened his skull, and started eating his brain. After seeing this, the jeep left the place. Zombie took the murderer in the dark. The heroine sits there to relax. In the flashback, we see that the heroine avoids a call as she was drinking. Meanwhile, she stood up as she listened that many people have lost their lives and many are fighting a battle to survive due to a chemical attack in New York. Her mobile rang, she attended the call, asked for the hospital, and ran toward the hospital to see the hero. In the present, there is no one to save the heroine. Therefore, she put the gun under her chin and contemplated pressing the trigger. In the flashback, the heroine asks the doctor which chemical is used to attack. The doctor replied, "I don't know. The hero is not in a critical situation, but the gas has contacted his breathing tube, so he will not be able to speak." She said she wanted to see the hero. Then she went into the ward and said sorry to him. After seeing her cry, the hero tried making her laugh after trying to scan her face through the screen. "I love you. Nothing will happen to me. Never give up, and promise me." The hero writes all this to her. In the present, the heroine removed the gun, thinking about the promise she made to him. She thinks, "Why should I die? I will face the zombie." She put petrol on the oil can that was in the car and set it up. She used the light to call the zombie there. The zombie tried to come near the heroine after crossing the oil can following the light. The heroine shot the oil and a blast happened. Somehow, the zombie survived that. The heroine did not know the zombie was coming from which side, and she was standing. The zombie approached her from the top of the car, and the gun fell to the ground. The heroine tried taking the gun by going inside the car. Zombie grabbed her by the foot and threw her outside. The heroine picked up the gun, shot the zombie, and started crying while looking at the sky. In the flashback, the hero ran away from the hospital as he thought if he died in front of the heroine, she would be in a lot of pain. After searching for him a lot, the heroine started crying. In the present, the sun had risen, and the heroine calmed herself by thinking that people would come to save her in a while. Now the zombie came near her slowly, and she aimed at the head of the zombie. Then she realized that there was no bullet in the gun. As she reloaded the gun, the zombie put the hand on her face and scanned it. Then she understood that he was not a zombie, but her lover. We see the hero and the heroine having the first meeting in the flashback. Hero said that our meeting is very special. The heroine said, "What will you do if I go from here?" "I will come with you," the hero replied. The heroine replied with a smile that no one would leave such a profitable gallery, not even a fool. The hero called everyone without a second thought and announced that he would close the gallery. He thanked everyone. He asked the heroine whether he could be a part of her journey. He accompanied her. In the present, she hugged her lover. She see into his eyes, said "I love you," hugged him again, and put the gun on the head. We hear a gunshot. Their photo flew in the air, and the movie ended here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more. We will see you in the next one.